I'm not an expert. I'm going to show you kind of the way I do this, because I do want this to fit tight. So I'm going to probably, I used that tool earlier in this video, or earlier in making this sheath, but now I can really get down here to the nitty gritty and make a line where I want my either my thread or my rivets to go. See that line, that really good line? And it also gives me a place for my holes if I'm sewing. That's where I'm going to make my holes. Let me a nice line work down in there. Now down here at the bottom, you can leave yourself a little bit of, like, you don't have to have your tip come all the way to the leather or to the thread. If you don't want to, look at all that glue that I left in there. Of course, I'd have liked that not to have done that, but too late. You see what I'm doing? I'm making sure where my blade is. I'm feeling for my blade. I don't want it too close to if I'm going to sew it. Now you can do something, and I didn't do it on this one, but you can also always sandwich another piece of leather, either all the way throughout the sheath where you're lacing it, put another piece, or you can just do the blade portion. Half of it. Look, I think it looks better if you do it the whole way. I didn't do that on this one. And so, and I've seen this. I've seen this from factory knives. I've seen them do rivets on the blade portion and then sew it all the way up. What do y'all think? I don't know. What do we do? Well, for sure I'm going to put a rivet up here at the top, or a Chicago screw. I'm going to go ahead and get that in place. A good rubber mallet is good to have. Leather mallet, or whatever you want to call it. It's good to have. So when it comes to these rivets, you've got different ways to set them, but this is, I set them most of the time with just this little system here where you have like a punch and a base, and you just take your rivet and put it in there, and then you get the other part of the rivet, two parts, male and female part, and put it on there, and then lay it right on that kind of your small anvil base thing, and then you just hammer them together. See there? Now remember what I said. I'm not an expert leather crafter. I'm not. I'm just enjoying building some stuff. I don't like to build. Oh, that's a good. That'll probably loosen up, but I did. Now that. See how tight that is. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Yeah, once it gets used to going in and out. Oh yeah. All right, so let's come down here to the end and let's do this. Now the tip of my blade is really you see there's way more here leather than I need on the blade. Now I could come in here and bring this in and trim this off and then sew that too. And that probably look pretty nice. If I did that. I mean, I can leave it like that, but there's going to be like this much leather is a lot bigger, a lot larger than that blade is. You see that? And that's okay, and that might be the best thing to do at this point. I may regret this, but I'm thinking about cutting that off and then bringing all this together. I may have. It's better. I know you're probably getting bored of this. It's better to study on it a while before I make the cut, though, obviously, because I can't put the leather back on there if I make the cut. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is something I haven't done in a long time, and I'm going to do a 3. Y'all see that? I'm going to do rivet, I'm going to do a rivet here. And I'm going to do a rivet here, right across from that first one. We're going to see how that looks. Now, I don't want you to get the idea that I don't care how it looks. I mean, I do care. I want it to look nice. I'm just not. But it's not for show. Does that make sense? It's not like I'm going to put this in a display case. This is going to be hanging on my belt. All right, so far, see how that looks? Okay, well, I think I'll go ahead and finish that out with some rivets And I'm gonna lay it out for you, but there's no reason for you to just watch me hammer in rivets. So what I'll do from here, now I don't know how everybody else does it. I just lay my speed square and I'll measure 1 inch, another inch, I'll measure another inch, and I'll just do inches all the way up. You can put them as close as you want to. I don't know if I'd go much more than 1 inch though, since you're dealing with a sharp blade and stuff. But that's up to you. I'll come back and show you what that looks like in just a second.